Hello, people. Yes, this is the FJ show. Yeah, quickly, I just have come to address an issue, and first of all, I need to applaud the decision by an ex Super Eagles player in the person of Emenike to have lent his voice to the current dire security situation in Nigeria that has led to the loss of hundreds and thousands of lives over the last few decades, which up to this time is still yet to get any solution whatsoever. The problem still persists till now. The government has refused to do anything about it. Even if they are doing anything, they are not doing enough. And then loss of lives in Nigeria now has become more or less like a normal thing. Hundreds are kidnapped, 50 are kidnapped, 20 are kidnapped. People are no longer safe to travel across the country, across regions in Nigeria any longer. Everyone is just looking at where this is now the situation in Nigeria. What can we do? It is not normal. It isn't normal. But I'm happy that Emenike came out and made a post on Instagram and said, if you believe for a better country in the hands of your oppressors, you are dreaming. Keep going to church and shout fire every day. These people doesn't care. No more road trips, kidnapping everywhere. If you talk, they will set you up and arrest you. Individuals are looting money that belongs to everyone. What stops our country from being like UAE, United Arab Emirates? We have the resources, but a lot of criminals are in power. No respect if your father is a political criminal. I love that. At the stage where our dear country Nigeria is now, anyone that finds themselves attached to politicians, just like Emenike put it, political criminals, and have all their allegiance to these politicians, be it your father, be it your uncle, be it your friend, be it your neighbor, be it your church member, be it your pastor, be it your mother, auntie who is in government and supports the whole corruption that is going on in the country, politicians going to office to steal money and not building the country. No respect to you. You should be ashamed of yourself for being associated with such questionable and culpable characters. I want to salute Emenike for doing that, because a lot of so-called celebrities and influencers in Nigeria do not think it is a problem for only few to be enjoying affluence and majority others live in multi-dimensional poverty. A lot of celebrities would rather keep quiet, would rather be bought over with money and keep their lips sealed than for their people to be liberated from stronghold of poverty and so much underdevelopment. Kudos to the likes of Omoyele Sowore, Seun Kuti, the very dark black man, Scotty Guma, Emir Saddam, Mama P, Peter, and Barrister Dele Farotimi, who have been speaking for years now, who are still speaking, who speak out against this evil leadership, this evil crop of leaders that we have in Nigeria, who do not care, do not show any concern for the plights of the people of the country. Continue to speak up, continue to use your platform, continue to lend out your voice to the plight of the people. Posterity will remember your names for good. For those of you who have been paid or who are anticipating the payments to come or the call from the top, from the men in power at the seat of power to call you and say, yes, we want you to speak for us. We know some were just recently recruited by the same government. Those who have been highly respected, who have been so highly respected in the country, just got recently recruited. We know them. More are gonna be added to this list of recruitments to begin to campaign for the election coming in 2027. Well done to you. But remember that a good name is better than riches. It's better than silver and gold. You may enjoy all the money, all the affluence, all the gold, all the silver, all the endorsements, all the privileges that comes with being attached with people in government. But remember, once your name is soiled in corruption, in evil, it can never be cleaned again. Even if you're going to cleanse that name, it will take a whole lot. And in this time and era that we are, people of this era do not easily forgive. Once you've proven to be an enemy of the people, because how do you become an enemy of the people? Once you have begun to align yourself with the enemies of the people, who are the politicians that have continued to ruin the country, that have continued to impoverish the people, then you have automatically proven yourself to become friends to the oppressors, to become a friend to the oppressors, and automatically you are an enemy of the people. You can never wash yourself cleansed again. I made a post sometime last year about how the current administration of Tinubu is so terrible, and some persons based in the US, based in Canada, based in the UK were attacking me, saying what I was saying was wrong. But I don't blame them, because they don't live in the country. They don't live in Nigeria. Probably they have few members of their families living in Nigeria, but because they send money to them from abroad from time to time, they think, oh, that's enough. What about those who do not have family members abroad, or those who do not have any means to survive? Even if every family in Nigeria has got a member of that family, of those families abroad, it can never be the same. And they are living comfortably abroad. Looking up to one or two members of the family who live abroad can never measure up to how much better living will be if our own country was to be transformed or to experience transformation and development. Whatever anyone might be sending from abroad, or whatever anyone might be making from abroad and sending back home, is only crumbs compared to the amount of wealth that could be generated by the society if a society that has been blessed with so much resources, natural resources, mineral resources, and human resources. The amount of wealth that could be generated from such a country cannot be quantified. So there's a whole lot to be benefited when a country is built, when a country is transformed, when people are made to live a decent life. These resources will only continually multiply, and the economy of the country will continue to grow better and stronger by the day. But if the resources at the disposal of the leadership of the country are not being wisely utilized, but if these resources continually get stolen, embezzled, and the country is left undeveloped, there will continue to be more insecurity, there will continue to be more instability, there will continue to be anarchy, there will continue to be lots of injustice, and living can never make any sense to anyone, even the rich, because even the rich in Nigeria do not feel safe. Because if you have majority of the citizens around you living in multi-dimensional poverty, you can never feel safe. So it is not enough for you to live abroad. You live in the UK, in Canada, in the US, and you feel that's all it takes for you and your family to live a good life. We need to start having a rethink. There's no place like home. If you fail to be our home, what's going to happen to us the day the owners of the country where we live currently get tired of us and say, we don't want you here anymore, you all should go back to your countries? How are you going to survive in that country? Even if you live in that country for several years to the point that you now became a citizen, do you not care about the plight of those millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of your fellow citizens who are living in a country that is riddled with poverty, with unemployment, lack of basic amenities, so much insecurities? Do you not care that they also deserve to live a good and decent life? Let's think about this. If we cannot use the little platforms that we have got to speak out against bad leadership and demand that they do the right thing, what are we doing with our platforms? With the influence, with the popularity, with the fame, with the money, with the platforms that you have got, of what use, of what benefit, of what value it is if you cannot use it to elevate and to liberate the lives of others who are not as privileged as you are? As we ponder on this, may we all be rewarded by all our actions and inactions. God bless you all. God bless Nigeria.